England having gone on to 433 and then 92 for 5 with the skipper Gavaskar 41 not out. I thought that was a very good innings. He fought hard out there, kept his head down and played extremely sensibly. And Kapildev 28 not out in the face of some spirited England bowling. Bob Willis was very pacey, got a lot of bounce, and only Gavaskar was able to combat him. 1 for 19, Botham 2 for 32. 2 for 16 to Derek Pringle in his first test match. What a day for him. Edmonds and Allett didn't take a wicket, but there's still plenty of time for the box. In this first over after lunch is Tom Graveney. Kept a little bit low.
Yes, very little bounce here, although it was fired in fairly short. And look at that, pitching, 2 yards in front of Bob Taylor. Very well taken.
Up for India. That single to Kapildev down to Alan Lamb at deep fine leg. Kapildev goes to 32. Gavaskar is 45. A shot from Kapildev. Racing away down to the third man boundary. Played it down nicely. It was a sharply lifting delivery.
Kapildev getting across behind this and chopping it down. Very good stroke indeed. Didn't back away or anything. Chopped it down and it went very quickly up the hill considering the amount of rain that we have had here.
Beaten the field again. Not with such pace this time. Jeff Cook, the fielder. Only just avoided kicking over his stumps there. It's a good bouncer. And the bouncer is signalled by umpire Evans, which means under the playing conditions of this tour, that's the only one Willis is allowed to bowl in this over. Cook takes the catch, but that was a very good delivery from Bob Willis. Kapildev had to play at it. He's gone now for 41, and it's 112 for 6. What a good piece of bowling.
And this one really climbs. Bob Willis putting everything in. Right over the top of the off stump, and really Kapildev had no chance at all. Top edge, and Jeff Cook running to his left takes a very good catch.
Willis now to Ravi Shastri. really took off again, and it gets Shastri off the mark, out of Bob Taylor's reach.
And once again, a lot of life from Bob Willis there. See that ball climbing, but he got in a good position there, Shastri. Leg glance well wide of Bob Taylor. But it certainly makes one wonder whether it's worth having a leg slip, and I see Jeff Cook has gone in there just behind square.
And what a good piece of captaincy to follow on the good bowling. Perfectly pitched delivery to take account of that man who had been moved into leg slip. And Shastri obliged, a good sharp chance to Cook.
And this just getting an inside edge, and there it goes. And Jeff Cook doesn't miss those. He's a very useful short leg. Fine piece of bowling by Bob Willis. He really is putting the pressure on India here.
This is a tremendous session for England. Not to be outdone, Ian Botham has chipped in with the wicket of the Indian captain, and the touring side now in complete disarray.
And Ian Botham here, firing one in, and really speaking, I think Gavaskar played a little bit round that. It plucked his off stump out of the ground, but he was clipping that wide of mid-on.
That's why this fellow is such an entertainer, apart from some of the comical things he does. He's a good batsman and top-class fielder. No matter where he goes in the world, he's much appreciated. Didn't play that with any great deal of confidence. I'm slightly bemused by this bouncer rule that's in, where there's only one allowed per over. That looked to me like an attempted bouncer. Yet there's no signal came from the umpire. Now, what's going to happen here? Well, I can't work this out at all.
Well, it's very strange. All I saw from Barry Mayer there was a nod to Ian Botham, but there was no indication to the batsman that that was looked on as a bouncer.
.92 for 5 when play began this morning. And there's 4 more to go to 126 for 8. Good shot that from Martin Lal. 126 for 8, 6 to Martin Lal and 4 to Syed Kimani.
And Bob Willis firing in away here. Another fine delivery. Look at that climbing. He really has bowled with a great deal of hostility.
Well, Botham has struck again, and it's 128 for 9. Indian innings completely disintegrated now with Madan Lal, the man to go. Out for 6, Botham claims another wicket, and 128 for 9.
And once again, a good piece of bowling from Ian Botham here. Well pitched up and just leaving him down the hill, and very tidily picked up by Chris Tabera at second slip. Down by his left boot.
Bowling's been good, catching's been good, and there's a real purpose about this England side. It's been too much for India. 128 for 9, having started the day at 92 for 5, and there are only 2 double-figure scores there, as you see. There's no festivities going on up on the Indian balcony. Last man 34. Botham picks up the last man, Dilip Doshi. Fine catch by Bob Taylor. And 5 wickets in an innings now for Ian Botham for the 19th time. All out 128, with Syed Kumani remaining 6 not out. Fine performance from Ian Botham. An equally good one from Bob Willis, who didn't get the same figures, but bowled with great fire and pace here at Lord's today. 19.4 overs, 3 maidens, 5 for 46, and an excellent piece of captaincy also by Bob Willis. And the very next thing Bob Willis did was to wave India in. He made them follow on, as one might expect, with that scorecard there. 128 they made in their first innings, 48 to Gavaskar and 41 to Kapil Dev, the only double-figure scores, as indeed they were at the start of play. Well, that was a dispiriting performance by India, but a superb one by the England bowlers. Ian Botham 5 for 46, and Bob Willis 3 for 41 with the Stars. 2 wickets to Derek Pringle, but Pringle, Edmonds and Allett weren't needed today. The star, Ian Botham, 5 wickets in an innings now on 19 occasions in Test cricket, and he was at it again as soon as India went out to bat. Here he is now in the first over. It's the 3rd ball, and he's coming into bowl to Sunil Gavaskar, and in the commentary box it's Tom Graveney and Jim Laker.
That was off the bat, off the thigh.
And a super delivery, this. See the way it's opened, Gavaskar out. Little nick, and it just pitches in front of Derek Pringle at first slip.
So Gavaskar pleased to nudge that away, get a single which takes him off the mark. So 6 on the board as Bob Willis starts a new over. Parker to face. he really got himself in no position. A great error of judgment there. And he goes with just 6 on the board, having contributed just 1 run.
Well, Bob Willis slams the ball in and occasionally brings it back. This one came back, and Gillum gets across the wicket, covers his wicket up, but the ball sneaks in, moves down the hill quite considerably.
Willis to bowl his first ball to VENGSARKAR. Well, another fine over from Bob Willis. Wicket maiden indeed. 3 overs, 1 for 5 now. So Willis, the real pace bowler in this particular match, and all the batsmen have found it out. Gavaskar indeed only too pleased there to the single, I think, get up the other end. Nobody at all has faced the pace bowling of Willis with any confidence whatsoever here. Could really have gone anywhere. And let off there for VENGSARKAR. A disappointed Gar there, because he knows that that could easily have come to him.
Again, a short pitch ball catching VENGSARKAR on the shoulder of the bat, taking his hand away from it as he strikes it, but it just kept it down low enough for it to drop short of Gar at 4th slip.
So Derek Pringle is the first change. He's to be given a go this time at the far end, the nursery end here at Lord's. A couple of wickets in the first innings when bowling from the pavilion end. Well, over pitch now follow. There haven't been too many of those, but Gavaskar taking full advantage.
Well saved. Got a lamb. Four runs. It's a good shot from DILIP VENGSARKAR.
And VENGSARKAR getting his foot right across there. Driving that just in front of square.
Played again. It's 2 balls that were coming up quite sharply at Gavaskar, and he played them down beautifully. One on the off stump and one there around about his hip.
He's a superb technician. See the way he gets right behind this and pushes that down. Super piece of cricket.
And he's gone, and Willis has picked up another wicket. Another fine short leg catch. And what a breakthrough that is for Willis. Great sight for English eyes to see the back of Sunil Gavaskar. So he goes for 24, and the total on 47 for 2. VENGSARKAR's not bothering to run, and quite rightly so. No third man, and he middled up pretty well. So the 50 comes up for the Indians. It's been something of a battle, but they've reached it for the loss of 2 wickets, with VENGSARKAR taking his score to 26 with this fine square cut.
Well, in the last attempt to get a wicket, steal a wicket before close of play, Bob Willis is putting everybody almost in an attacking position. Only one fielder on the leg side, everyone else, and that's a deep long leg, everyone else is on the offside.
Close it was due.
Botham finishing his final over, digs it in short, outside the off stump. Shastri pushes tentatively, doesn't quite get it into the middle, it runs off the edge of his bat, very nearly giving a catch to third slip.
Well played, right on top of that, pushed it away. He's not frightened to come back for a second.
India started off their second innings 305 behind England, and they finished up at the close 61 for 2. Gavaskar has gone for 24, a fine piece of bowling that by Bob Willis. So too the effort of dismissing Parker early on in the innings. VENGSARKAR, showing some glimpses of top-class form, is 30 not out, and Ravi Shastri coming in as night watchman, 6 not out, 61 for 2, with Bob Willis taking both wickets at a cost of 37 in 13 overs and 2 maidens. Botham none for 19 in 12, and Pringle bowled just the 1 over and had 5 runs taken from it. So at the end of the third day, the situation in this Cornhill Test is that England made 433, India 128 and 61 for 2, need 244 more runs to avoid an innings defeat. That was a top-class performance by the England side today, and in fact all through the match, after they got over being 37 for 3 on the first morning. Fine bowling today from Botham, and particularly from Bob Willis. I thought he was fast today, he got plenty of bounce out of the pitch, and his stamina, absolutely first class. And as far as I'm concerned, he takes the accolade of this third day. VENGSARKAR